time that everybody said they need to be home by. Because you need to get out. You want to be home by 4. Frenchtown is the town I was talking about, guys. That's where we're heading. If you want to be home by 4, you better get out by 7 a.m. Because if you talk about meeting up at 9 or 10, you're not going to be on the road to 12. So boom, already, it's only 4 hours left. And you ain't even started out towards your destination. So, and that's fine if you don't have no restrictions on what time you're going to get back. But too often, someone has to get back, including myself. I'm not going to take myself out of that equation. But if I'm organizing something and I want it to be an all-day event, then I'm not going to be the person who needs to be back by a certain time. So it's hard to do that. It's hard to get guys to want to come out and, we're going to ride all day. We're not going to think about what time it is. We're just going to think about where we want to go, what we want to see. And when we get back, we get back. So that prevents you from really venturing out further away from your normal spots, because if you venture out, that's going to take time, and then you're going to lose some people who not want to do it. So you end up going to your local little rides, your local routes that aren't too far. Like this one, this ain't far. I happen to come from a different way, but it literally is less than an hour away, probably, from my house. So this is not a far route. So you can get people to do that, but you can't. It's harder to get people to really venture out to some of these other great roads in Pennsylvania, where if you go, you ain't gonna be back before 4 o'clock. So my goal this year is if I can't get people to go, I'm going to be doing it by myself. I'm getting a little bored with these routes. As nice as they are, I've done them too many times to want to do it every weekend as a ride. And I'm really running out of routes. That's local. Or that's, keep me out for 2-3 hours. I'm just bored with those routes now. I've seen it all many times. I want to see something different. So if that means I'm going to be taking these longer rides by myself, or with just one other person or whatever, that's what I'm going to be doing. Because, everyone has a different reason why they have their bike and why they bought their bike and how much they want to ride it, and that's fine. I'm not here to criticize someone because they don't ride or want to ride as much as I do. And I was there too, right? When I first started riding, I had, friends who had been riding for years, and they were like, always wanted to ride. And I was like, I like riding, but I want to do other things too, and so I'm not going to be riding every week. Little did I know, I became that person who wants to ride every week. Now, I don't ride every week, but I would if I could. So I totally understand now where that person was coming from and why they wanted to ride so much. Because if you're into it, you love it. Like, you can't get enough of it. And but I understand everybody doesn't want to ride that way. Some people just want to ride, just to get out a couple of hours here and there, and that's fine if that's where they want to ride. That those people, you only can ride with them sometimes, because that's pretty much all they want to do or can do. Then there's others, who might want to, who like me now, who like, I want to ride, I want to go somewhere, I don't want to just keep doing the same things. So you end up having a smaller group, but it doesn't change the joy of riding. Like, I still like joy, but it's good to share it with someone, right? It's good to have at least one other person who you communicate with, or sharing the experience, that you know, even if you're not even talking to them on on your center or whatever, you know that they're experiencing the same thing you're experiencing. And if it's a new road or somewhere you neither one of you have been, you both are sharing something new that you enjoy. Or, more the better, more people the better. And that's what I prefer. But I'm learning that everybody doesn't want to ride that way, and that's fine. So I want to ride that way, so I'm going to ride that way if it means riding by myself. And I know a lot of people out there ride by themselves. I see all kinds of YouTube videos of guys and girls who go all kinds of places by themselves. And it's probably for the same reasons I'm talking about. So that's what I'm going to do. Me and at least a couple of my buddies are talking about we want to ride to Pittsburgh, which is about a 5-hour ride. And I'm down for that, for sure. It's a nice ride there. I've been there in the car. It's a very nice ride, so I'm sure I enjoy it in a bike. We're going to be meeting up. We're going to be going to the Pocono, Harley-Davidson Pocono ride on the 13th. I'm sorry, not the 13th, the 23rd. Where Adam Sandoval is going to be there. He's doing that, I forgot what he calls it, but he's hitting like all these different Harleys around the country. And he's going to be there. And I've been wanting to go to that Harley because I heard it's really big. So we're gonna ride there and catch him. And then from there we're gonna ride up to this place. Big cigar place. Forget what route it's on, but I passed it. We're gonna do that. So that's gonna be a nice day for a ride. I'm definitely gonna do a Virginia ride soon or a Maryland ride, which I typically do a Maryland ride every year. And we did. We rode up to Baltimore, which is not that far, but that was a nice ride. I'm going to do a Virginia ride. I've done a ride to Richmond and Virginia Beach. My daughter lives in Virginia Beach or Chesapeake, so I'm going to do a ride there. And I'm really thinking about doing a ride to Charlotte. And I would love to go out to the Blue Ridge Parkway and see some of these great roads that I watch on videos all the time. And my buddy lives in Charlotte, so I'm thinking about taking a long weekend and just gutting it out and doing that Charlotte ride. That's a ride now. That's about 8 hours or so from my house. I got one buddy who said he's down. Just let him know. So I know we won't get a big group for that, and I wouldn't expect that. But the Maryland and Virginia rides, I'm hoping to get about 4 or 5 guys. And I know guys in Maryland or have friends in Maryland who ride. Hoping maybe we can connect with them and then ride to Virginia. Get a nice little group. But again, it's coordinating a day, schedules. So I'll make an attempt, but it ain't gonna stop me. Once I plan it, I'm going. If no one goes, it'll be just me. And I know a lot of people in Virginia, so it won't be a waste of ride. I've got tons of people I can just ride to Virginia and visit for the weekend or whatever, or a day, and come back the next day. I think I'm gonna catch some rain. It's getting dark, but that's what riding's about, right? I don't care. I'm heading home anyway, so a little rain ain't killed nobody. Well, usually it doesn't, unless it's lightning. Yeah, so this is the road. It's much more straight in terms of like not a lot of slowing down, changing speeds as the other side. And then so the other side, 30 Delaware River's on that left side. Now we're on the right side of it. But if I was on 32, I would be on the other side of it, riding kind of the same way, but it has more twists and turns on that side. This is kind of more straightforward. So I like it sometimes when I don't want to be bothered. And I don't ride this side as much as I've ridden that side. So, but yeah, this is my ride for the day. Solo, but I'm enjoying it. It's great weather. There's a lot of shade here, so the temperature goes down because there ain't as much sun, but in the low 70s, I think. It's just a great ride. Like if I, just think about it. If I was out here with, 3 or 4 bikes, it would be a nice ride. Nobody's out here. Good ride, a nice little group. But again, getting more than 3 people together is tough. And again, I got up early today, so I wouldn't expect nobody to run a ride with me today. Most people working. So, but it's the same experience on a Saturday or Sunday. You get the same experience on this road. It's never really crowded. And it's just a nice route. And then once we get to the end, well, it's not even the end, but once we get to the part of we got this little restaurants and stuff, there's another bunch of routes that go from there, which I'm contemplating taking. And that'll bring you up into like eastern Pennsylvania,